2026. Y'all make sure y'all give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if y'all enjoy the content. I will have a donations link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for the current energy. All right, so the current energy is an ending, Scorpio energy, Four of Swords reverse. Oh, so we have justice here. Okay, so something is ending with justice being served. Some of you could be a Libra. You could be on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio. Some of you could be October, something that's very significant about from October 21st to October 22nd or 23rd. Someone's going to prison. Justice and the Eight of Swords all about prison. Oh, the Tower, Scorpio energy. Four of Fire. The Fool reverse. The Star. Aquarius energy, Three of Swords. Magician reverse. Five of Cups reverse. Temperance reverse. Judgment. Someone's fixing to go to prison. Two of Cups. Message of Water and the Ten of Wands reverse. Someone's fixing to go to prison. With the Justice and the Judgment card, this is due to someone not listening to their intuition to leave someone alone and to chill out with a lot of manipulation. With the Magician being in reverse, yep, this is going to end with someone going to prison with the Justice, the Judgment, and the Eight of Swords. Why is prison here? Clarify that. Because of a group here. Three of Cups reverse. These individuals ain't going to be laughing. This could be ending in 1 to 2 to 3 days from now. This gonna wipe this smile right off their face with a Three of Cups reverse. There's a group of them going to prison. They better part it up while they can because their time is running really short, bro. With this Tower card, it's running short. They will be put in prison with the Eight of Swords energy. Justice and the Eight of Swords and Judgment, they for sure going to prison. Knight of Pentacles reverse for they're also going there for animal cruelty. Being highly irresponsible with finances with the money card, but it's also connected to animal cruelty, abusing animals. Six of Pentacles. This has a lot to do with a financial situation. This also has a lot to do with some individuals helping you out to put these individuals there with the Six of Pentacles. There's people that are helping you put these individuals away. For some of you, you have people that's helping you put these individuals away. The Two of Wands reverse. This is due to a lot of premeditation and planning that is going entirely wrong. There's a plan going wrong with the Two of Wands reverse. Something was discovered that these individuals have been sitting there premeditating things. We're relentlessly trying to come up with a plan after a plan after a plan of a lot of premeditation to manipulate a situation with the Magician reverse and all to cause someone harm and betrayal. This is gonna backfire and land them straight in prison, bro. I'm telling you. With the Eight of Wands reverse, every single last one of these fuck faces are going to prison. That's in my cards. I'm gonna keep on saying it over and over. You're going to prison. You're not escaping this justice or judgment here. And the Eight of Swords being right next to the Justice card, going to prison, bro. People are tired of these motherfuckers, bro, messing with people. Knight of Wands. They're also going there for sexual misconduct. Hmm. There's a lot of things they're being called up for. Money. This is right around the corner too, bro. This is about to happen. This is about to go down with the Tower card. It keeps on coming out of my cards. They're about to go to prison. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for this fucking energy to get the fuck out the collective's energy and leave us tarot readers alone. I'm not a regular tarot reader. I'm a spiritualist, a guru. I've had a lot of involvement with Hinduism and meditation, like with the bindi on the forehead. I used to do that a while back, but I kind of got involved with reading tarot. I can't wait till this shit ends, bro, because it's about to. With the inner car in the tower, it's going to end with these individuals going to prison. Just give me the vibes of a raid pops off. They get searched, but there's arrest warrants with the Eight of Swords. They're all going their ass to prison with the Eight of Swords. You got an X going there, two of the Three of Swords energy. Anybody that's connected to this fucked up X situation will be put away for hurting you. Some of you could be a Libra, a Scorpio. You could be on a Libra, Scorpio cusp, Aquarius. You could be a Gemini or a Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius energy. That's on a good side of this situation. Why is heavy prison energy coming out through the cards? Especially with that Justice Judgment and Eight of Swords. Hmm. For messing with a Queen of Cups. They could be going to jail over a Scorpio female too. Something being done to a Scorpio female. Why is heavy prison energy coming out through my cards? I keep getting this fucked up feeling, bro, intuitively. Queen of Pentacles. Because of something being done with this fucking earth sign, bro. The fuck out of here! Ten of Swords reverse. Wheel of Fortune, because it's destined for this to take place. Because of a lot of money being seen to be being made in an illegal way. Because of corruption, bro. These individuals are fucking corrupt. Wire fraud. Two of Pentacles, wire fraud. Money laundering. This is all connected with a situation involving children. King of Wands reverse. Tyrants. This is tyrants trying to control shit with money. Temperance reverse. Leo and a Sagittarius both going they fucking ass to prison. That's for damn sure. These are authority figures. Pisces, there's a few of them that's going to prison. This is authority figures going to prison because they're connected to a Queen of Pentacles here. And all of this is connecting this to this Queen of Pentacles because they have aided this individual in assisting them with doing certain things to someone and yet got the tools and the connections to manipulate something involving finances with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. This is a group of crooked authority figures that's about to go to ass to federal prison here with the justice reverse. They ain't seen the worst yet with the Ten of Swords reverse. They're also going there for committing fraud with trying to play victim. Ain't none of these fuckers a victim. None of them. Going down, bro. There's something there's a case that has been built with the Eight of Pentacles energy. There's a case that has been built within the last 8 months of this situation. And this case has been successfully and divinely guided to be completed with the Wheel of Fortune. There's external forces that are intervening, having to intervene because of a crooked justice system that are committing a lot of federal violations involving financial matters and a lot of other things. Feds are having to get involved to take a justice system down with this justice card reverse. Or if it's not the whole thing in reverse, it's just a few of them that's in there that has this card in reverse. They're corrupt. They're corrupt and they know about it. They got a lot of financial transactions on this situation, apparently. And this is something that they think that they're gonna keep on keeping in the dark. They ain't keeping a damn thing in the dark. And they have been manipulating the narrative for a long time and trying to have somebody seen as a victim through a situation. No, 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 no. You stealing money from this individual, bro. You sitting there using this individual to profit off of them, and you sitting there violating their federal constitution, protected rights. Your ass is done. You think that people don't see it, but they actually do see it. That's why they're intervening with the Wheel of Fortune. You're coming out the system, bro. All these timers are coming out of there because they're being seen to be connected to conflict of interest too. Bribery, sexual misconduct, or bribery. That's all coming out about these individuals. All of it. Trafficking, exploitation, all of that's coming out. Stealing multiple amount of money from other people with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. These individuals have an illegal empire being ran with that Ten of Pentacles reverse. This is built off a faulty foundation of fraud, bro. Laundered currency, laundering that currency continuously. Sitting there reeling in this currency off of stolen identity and doing things to use their position of authority to manipulate to gain access to this currency. That's another thing. Unauthorized access. You ain't gonna be hacking motherfuckers anymore. You ain't gonna be sitting there reeling that currency anymore, punk. Think you just gonna be kicked back and shacked up, have nice cars, nice place to live. That's all coming to an end. Ten of Pentacles reverse. What you're doing, this currency that you're making, that you have, is illegal. The DOJ has investigated too. What I'm giving the Department of Justice here with that justice card coming out early in the upright position. They have investigated an injustice that's proven a lot of pattern and practices here of someone's civil rights, several individuals' civil rights being violated. That would be under the Title 34 USC Section 12601, pattern and practice of official misconduct. And within this misconduct, there's X-rated shit being done of pattern of practices taking place with this money in reverse. Hmm. That's why prison energy is here, because what these individuals are doing are illegal. And yes, there's some higher up officials that are coming after officials here for doing this to you, for doing this to someone. Yeah, they are. I'm here en route to the destination. Oh, so they may have to travel a good ways. Uh-huh. So they may have to put in the location on the GPS because they may not be from around there. Yeah, these are people that these individuals ain't got no connections with. They don't know nothing about them. All they gonna see is the raid jackets. Watch. Telling you. I'm gonna tell you why this is happening. Because of this right here. Money. Playing victim, committing fraud, playing victim. Ain't none of these individuals a fucking victim. None of them. Not a one of them are a victim. And sitting there trying to get innocent people in trouble, trying to force an injustice on an innocent person, but sitting there stealing and doing a lot of things in order to commit perjury too. There's a lot of perjury that has been investigated to prove that you have your federal justice obstructed, of your civil rights obstructed. It's been proven that you had your civil rights obstructed. Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely some DOJ energy here. That may have a lot of information on that. I ain't trying to be too detailed because I don't want to blow nobody's cover. It is a general collective reading. I feel it's safe enough for me to channel it like that, but not put the state where this may be being investigated at. I do feel it's safe enough for me to announce that there is a lot of evidence on an illegal business being ran with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. That the DOJ has in fact investigated and found a lot of errors when it comes to these individuals relentlessly committing fraud, and it's like they're trying to have somebody, an innocent person, flagged for the shit that they're doing, but they ended up getting flagged. What it looks like. These individuals are also getting caught for illegitimate investigations too, over the last 10 months. Illegitimate investigation because of somebody sitting there tampering with things on fake account, catfishing accounts. It's also coming out about a hell of a lot of racism. These individuals sitting there doing things on catfishing accounts with using someone else's profile picture to target a different race because they hate them, because they feel inferior to this race. That's good. Because you're a bitch. That's why. What's the matter? You afraid of their genetics or something? You're afraid of their DNA? That's good for you. Because you feel like a bitch around them, don't you? Exactly. That's why you're too much of a coward to sit there and to show your face, but yet you much rather get behind a fake page. What a bitch. What a bitch. And then you sitting there targeting children? That's even more of a bitch move. Pussy. That's how I feel about it. Group of bitches right here. 10 of Pentacle diverse. Whole group of them. Could be up to 10 or more of them. Look, I'm trying not to use that much profanity, y'all, even though it is free speech, but still though. There's some coward shit here. Yes, youngins are connected to the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This don't have to represent a marriage, but it could be for some of y'all. Finances has been manipulated involving children too at the 10 of Pentacles reverse. They're not getting their benefits when it comes to some type of benefits. They're not getting that. They supposed to receive a check of some sort. They're not getting that. They're not getting that. You don't need to tell me shit. Hold on. Fuck out of here. Tell me a damn thing. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of things coming out here about this business with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And there's something very significant about how there's some youngins that haven't been getting their checks. If a check's supposed to go to them, a check's supposed to be going to several children and it's not going to them. This is people, children that's supposed to receive some form of check or something. Whatever the check is involving. And they're not getting their checks. And that right there, something could have been reported about that too. They're not receiving their checks. That right there is another thing that's connected to this Ten of Pentacles. There's a lot of shit that's being done that's illegal, bro, connected to this Ten of Pentacles reverse. That money's going to these crooked individuals with this just reverse. They're not getting that. It's all going to these crooked individuals with this just reverse. But the main problem and source of this situation is these individuals committing identity theft and wiring all this currency to them with the Two of Pentacles energy, which is wire fraud. You got currency going from one end through a wire to the next. Yep. So this is why heavy prison energy is in the energy because of these individuals. There's a lot of illegal activity. Hold on. There's a lot of illegal activity that has been going on and taking place involving money. This is about the most stupidest fucking people I've ever seen, bro. All these individuals are fucking stupid. Every single last one of them. Give me a closing message. Closing message. Hermit reverse. Closing message. 8 of Wands. The Star reverse. Okay, so if they're expecting to put the wrong person in prison, that's going to end with this individual being free. They're not going to get their wish fulfillment. This person that has been put in despair is going to be set free. You could be an Aquarius. You're going to be set free from that. Look, oh, look at that. Nine of Pentacles energy. You're going to be set free and financially compensated if you're an Aquarius. Look, this drama will be stopped. 5 of Wands reverse. These attacks will be stopped upon you too. 2 of Cups. Look at that. The Fool card. It's all about a new beginning. Ace of Swords reverse. This gonna come across as confusing. Like you're not gonna be able to believe this with the Ace of Swords reverse. Like this possibly gonna catch somebody off guard. There's like a moment of silence. You don't know what to say. King of Swords reverse. 2 of Wands. So okay, so you're protected. 9 of Swords reverse. Look at that. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You don't got a damn thing to worry about. Look at that with the 9 of Swords reverse. Eight of Pentacles. So your hard work, I'm hearing something very significant about the hard work you've been putting in is going to pay off. Major. Ooh, the Tower. This is a good tower for somebody though. This going to clear all this energy out your way. Look at that. At King of Hearts reverse. This going to clear all this negative energy out your way. You're also going to find out that someone that you thought was doing something on an account wasn't them. That's what I'm getting here. There's two kings reverse. This is for March. I'm gonna go back and change the date. This is for March. March of 2026. This reading. Maybe that's why they haven't had a lot of people view the reading. I'm gonna go back and switch it to March. So the closing message is the people that was being put in despair will be set free. This tower is liberation and freedom with the Eight of Swords reverse. So someone's receiving a good tower moment. That's gonna better. It's not as bad as what it seems either. With the star reverse, this is possibly gonna catch this individual off guard because this has been done for a long time. But that tower card is all about a pending event. Blah, a pending event that's close by. This is gonna bring in nothing but freedom and no more worries with the Nine of Swords reverse. Why is this a good tower moment? Clarify that. Because it's something to do with a Sagittarius or something that's off balanced with a temperance reverse. This card come up in reverse earlier too. Because it's gonna remove this negative ass energy out the collector's way. It's gonna be the same one that's been sitting there fucking with people on a social media platform, huh? Yeah, because it's gonna remove this imbalance, this nasty ass person out of the energy. Whoever's connected to this imbalanced energy is gonna remove them out the energy. This energy right here could cause you to feel highly uncomfortable in your stomach. You could get like a very uncomfortable feeling in your stomach because of what these individuals are really involved in, bro. Like they're not who they say they are. These are disturbed, deprived beings that deserve to be put away from what they've been doing. That's why you feel that this has been the same group of individuals been tampering with your job and fucking with you financially. They're gonna be removed because I clarify why is this gonna be a good tower moment for this person because you're being set free from this negative energy with this temperance reverse. How are they being set free from this negative energy? Look at that justice. How? The patient man reverse. You're being set free from a sacrifice too. These individuals are trying to have you sacrificed. It's a failed attempt, bro. And it's gonna get their ass caught the fuck up and going to prison for that. They're gonna get caught for attempted human sacrifice with someone sacrificing someone's. This is a celebrity too that has faced attempted sacrificial. Something about attempted sacrifice, and there's a public figure that has faced that. Several of them. Illegal sacrifice, attempted sacrificing of a celebrity. That's what they're being charged with. Illegal attempted sacrifice of a celebrity and get caught for a hell of a lot of theft with a Ten of Pentacle diverse. That's justice. Look at that. See how that card flew out the deck? Some of you could be a Libra. Hmm. Justice is coming in slowly but surely, bro, showing itself again in the upright position. Things are going to be made right and fair and balanced. The hold up, whatever's been holding this up, say held up no more. This will end shortly. I promise you it's going to end. Tower card keeps showing itself. That means that an event is close by, bro. And with that ending card coming up, both in the upright position, that means that this ending will take place and will transform a lot of things. That's going to set these individuals that was being put in despair free from that. To where this is the ending to their worries. With the Nine of Swords reverse, some of you are actually going to better to work in peace. If this was affecting your job, you're going to better to work in peace. Good. This fucking rat piece of shit away from our job, bro. Clarify justice. Fucking karmic ass motherfuckers. Yeah, Eight of Cups reverse. A wanna-be divine person. That's who they are. They'll wanna be social media influencer. They'll wanna be celebrity, but ain't shit. Sit there abusing their power. Man, get these fucking assholes away from our channel. Our place of work. Eight of Cups reverse. So you're getting justice due to these individuals not wanting to walk away, and these individuals caught that on camera. They have documented that down on camera. They got evidence to prove that they don't want to walk away from you. They're refusing to leave you alone and walk away from you. This was proven through credible evidence. This could be electronic evidence too. Yeah, Two of Swords reverse, and this is exposing them for the liars that they really are with the Two of Swords reverse. This was not only seen, this was accumulated in order to counter some form of misinformation about you and a lot of perjury. A hell of a lot of perjury is getting caught. Lying on the oath and perjury. This is going to better to prove that you're having your civil rights obstructed deliberately with the help of corrupt authority figures that has been helping this other person out to do this. They also get caught for trying to prevent your federal justice from manifesting. They could be get caught for trying to obstruct a federal investigation for trying to get you to look a certain way, but yet the whole time it's been these assholes using someone's identity. There's a lot of strength on that with the strength card, Leo energy. Yeah, apparently this Leo wants to be seen, don't they? Keeps coming out my cards. It's either a Queen of Wands, a Strength card, or the Sun card keeps coming out. Somebody apparently wants to be seen. Yeah, you seen. You seen all right. You seen all right, bro. And you ain't being seen in a good light either with the message of fire reverse. Being seen as a very impulsive individual and don't know when to shut the fuck up and back off of people. That's how you being seen. Yeah, Three of Cups reverse, gossiping and talking shit with plenty of people. Sitting there running their mouth over and over and over and over and over, getting other people to group up with this individual in order to sit there and to try to make it's like these individuals sit there and retaliate on what this individual has going for them, and yet got the nerve to sit there and continuously linger around this individual like an obsessive stalker and weirdo that they really are. This is a group of officials, bro, that's getting caught for that. This is predatory activity being seen by the Department of Justice that has accumulated evidence on tyrants. I don't want to leave somebody alone. This is predatory activity, what these authority figures have been doing to this person, several individuals. Knight of Wands, clarify that. The World, that's all right, because these individuals are very passionate about in and out this cycle where someone could be free. A lot of individuals that could have had to suffer with something in regards to internet related job with the World card. So if some of you out there have an internet related job, don't have to be on YouTube. It could be on TikTok, it could be on Instagram. This right here is going to be cleared up, and this cycle is going to end of these individuals relentlessly trying to make things hard for you in that position. That's like these delusional, stupid scumbags think that they are you. It's like they think that they're you, but yet you are the one that's being seen on this platform. Bro, you're you. Somebody's going to make sure that this energy is cleared all the way and uprooted all the way out of a few people's energy with this Eight of Swords reverse. They're not going to be lingering around these individuals' job anymore. Telling you. No, they're not. This toxic energy will be removed from some type of internet related incident here. I'm also getting the FBI is gonna raid and bust these motherfuckers' door down while they sitting there tampering or doing something repetitively, and they could be on a fake account while they raid them. That's what I'm getting a vision of. They're gonna slam this fucking dumbass dude, whoever he is, gonna slam him to the ground. They're gonna pull him out the bed or something like that, is what it looks like. They got a female and a male laying in bed thinking that this is funny. They're gonna kick that door and come in there and pull them both off the bed, what it looks like, because they don't want to listen or obey orders. They're gonna jerk this coward off the bed. SWAT team's gonna do that. Think this a joke, huh? Think this a joke? I'm hearing one of the SWAT members said it. You think this a joke? You think it's funny? You do what the fuck they tell you to do. I'm also getting one of these individuals like hauling this individual off in handcuffs like that. There's a SWAT member of the FBI SWAT team, or there could be a raid agent, but I'm getting this a SWAT team member that's a could have served in the Marines or the Navy SEALs. And he has a low tolerance for stupid motherfuckers like this, bro. He don't like people like this. He especially don't like people that sit there and think that they're all that with this type of ego complex because they know how hard it is to get in the job that they're in. They have a zero tolerance for stupidity, especially for people that hurt youngins. There's a SWAT member in there, bro, that don't like people like that. And this individual could have served for the Marines or the Navy SEALs, is what I'm channeling. So he's got double experience when it comes to that intensity when it comes to raids and the Marines or the Navy SEALs. That's a SWAT member that don't like this dude, bro. He could end up telling this individual exactly how he feels about him. Even though he's not really there to do that, he's there to conduct a raid because that's what's on the search. But still, though, this SWAT member could say he couldn't wait to get his hands on him, and now he got his hands on him. You honestly thought you was gonna get away with doing all that bullying online, huh? Well, look where you at now. Fucking punk, look where you at now. Bet you ain't gonna try to sit there and aggressively attack another Earth Angel again. What your girlfriend's gonna do about it, huh? What's she gonna do for you? Not a damn thing. Look at what's happening to her. She's under arrest too. How you like that? I'm just saying that all the angelic, there's some type of angelic aggravation that's coming through that's being channeled on a telepathic level. Someone may feel that way. They may not say those exact words, but someone feels that way about a situation that hates these individuals for doing this to somebody. It's a SWAT member's energy. They may not say those exact words, but they have a zero tolerance for stupid people like this and think that they can sit there and do anything that they want and to do it right there in front of their faces if ain't nobody gonna do shit about it. You just wait till they get that warrant in, bro, because they coming. When they get that warrant signed off, they coming in there. They gonna bust your shit down. You don't open that door. They coming in there, and that's even gonna make it even worse. They don't give a fuck who you are, what you work for, who you are. They got a warrant out to search that residence, and they're in there. They're coming in there. Especially if there's someone that served in the Navy SEALs or Marines. They're coming in there, bro. And you fucking pop off or try to jerk away from them, they're gonna snatch your ass up and put you in your place and give you a little talk about yourself. That's what's gonna happen. I'm hearing a SWAT member say, bully him. This is the person, try to bully them. Look where you're at now. You got a whole search warrant executed at the place of residence. What your lady gonna do for you? Look at her, look. And I'm seeing a SWAT member show this individual as a guide him with holding him like that to shift his focus. Look at what's happening to your old lady. You think she's gonna save you? She ain't saving a damn thing. Think it's cool to sit there and bully public figures. How you think it's cool to sit there and attack people and act like nobody's watching, huh? If people wasn't watching, they wouldn't even be at the residence with a search warrant to start with. This SWAT member could call this individual a sissy boy or something. A sissy boy. Go. A boy, like somebody, a boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't trying to make the man laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody want me to be in a good energy. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. It's like there's a covert telepathic agreement, as I say. That's right, Scorpio, man. You call them out. You know what I'm saying? These individuals don't want to upset somebody of a divine light. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to upset the spiritual law because God's gonna send his angels, and when we get angry, that's not nothing nice. You know what I'm saying? We don't like that. Mhm. But it's like there's a covert telepathic agreement, as I said. That's right, Scorpio, man. It's like they're both being called like a sissy boy and a sissy girl or something. I'm not really getting them being called a coward. It's like a, I don't know, bro. It's a weird energy. Gotta sit there and hide behind a woman and do all this punk shit. Two bitches, bro. That's what they are. Two bitches. Both of them. I'm telling you, bro, that's how it's going down. It's like there's something very significant about a husband and wife, or uh an engaged couple, or it could be people that may be in a relationship with each other. And it's like I'm hearing them both being called like a sissy boy or a sissy girl. But it's like they're both, bro, this ain't good for two individuals. And it's like I'm getting a vision of both of these individuals that may be sitting there acting like ain't nothing gonna happen, and they're doing something, and unexpectedly they got the raid agents at their front door knocking at it, and they don't want to answer the door, or they may not hear them. That's their own fault if they don't hear them. They coming in there, but they gonna say it one time and announce their presence. They don't open that door, then they coming in there. Y'all, I'm trying my hardest to not sit there and to look at the FBI like other people look at them. As I say, oh, well, they're corrupt too, and they're just like everybody else. The thing of it is, it's their titles and sections, bro, that protect you from things that are relentlessly meant to harm your freedom and take your freedom from you. You need them for your protection when it comes to these violations, because these individuals have absolutely no jurisdiction to commit these type of crimes that even threaten your freedom like that, also under the U.S. Supreme rulings. They have no right to practice this type of pattern, which is under the Title 34 USC Section 12601. Federal agents are there to supposed to protect you from that. That's what they're there for. They're not there to be like, I don't know where people get this intimidating vibe from. But that's the people that know that they are screwed up. But still, though, bro, if somebody commits a crime, if you ever pay attention to it, the FBI still ain't hostile towards them. No, I mean, if somebody's acting an ass when they know that they have been doing shit like this, and it may piss them off because they feel like these individuals are playing in front of their face and act like they're untouchable, then of course, yeah, that may piss some of them off. But even to the ones out there that may have committed a crime, if you really look at it, they're not going to sit there and act hostile towards them. They may be there to arrest them, but they're not going to sit there and be hostile. I seen a man that had a warrant out for like 40 years, and the FBI couldn't find him, man. They caught up with him on a local level whenever he was out of state. You know what that agent done? They called the agent down there. You know what he did? He said, "Hey, man, you need a pack of cigarettes? I'll go to the store and get them for him." He's like, "What kind that you want? Would you like a beer or something?" Like he asked him that. They cool like that, bro. They're not gonna sit there and do like the locals do. Like they just laid back. They're not nothing like the locals. They've been looking for that man for a long time, and it's like they approached him with kindness, even though the man knew where he was going. It wasn't like they was trying to buddy buddy with him as if, oh, he's gonna get out of it. No, he already knew that he screwed up. He already knew he was caught, but they didn't act hostile towards him. They asked the man what pack of cigarettes he wanted. Had everything. And asked him if he wanted a drink, I want to say, before they take him in. And it took an agent to do that. Wasn't hostile at all. Even whenever they arrest somebody that's committed, like let's say if they're involved with embezzlement fraud or some type of racketeering, that's just a regular normal level corruption of where they cannot be doing things with finances. Not nothing like this situation, but just a normal average level corrupt situation, a public corruption. Of course, they're going to raid the business and arrest people that may be guilty for that, but they're not going to be hostile and like get their face or what. No, they do it on a professional level to where even though they may be arresting the individual, they still are going to treat him as a human being. That's what I like about them. That's the integrity part. They have a calm demeanor about them. It don't matter if there's a distress situation, they still know how to calm things down. As far as my experience, whenever I was agitated with the shit that was being done to me, they always had a way of knowing how to talk to you to calm you down because they know things could be upsetting and it could get to you in a way to where your freedom is at stake, bro. That shit's irritating. And I'm pretty sure they may understand that. It's like, look, bro, I'm just trying to live my life out there, go to the store, go out there, listen to my techno music when I ride around, and go out there for my walks in nature. I don't bother nobody. I want to be left alone. And it's like there's some of them that understand that. Even if you're upset, bro, like something's upsetting you and pissing you off, they're gonna pay attention to that because obviously something is wrong. Some people, whenever they get that way, bro, if they get really aggravated and mad, somebody is fucking with that person and something needs to be done about it. I'm kind of getting that energy from this too. It could have been a SWAT member that could have been observing that. They may not be able to do anything right then and there, but they could have got wind on that or they could have observed that themselves and seen for themselves that someone was being screwed with and could have got hella aggravated. And I'm gonna tell you what that did. That could have possibly brought flashbacks back to whenever they was in a distress situation in the Marines or the Navy SEALs. That could have brought back flashbacks, so they know exactly how. Oh, so they may have knowledge on someone that suffers extreme PTSD because of what these fuckers have been doing. So this could be one of they fellow people that could have served in the Marines or the Navy SEALs, or don't have to be. But it's definitely someone that may have extreme PTSD because of what these individuals have been doing to this person. So they understand the effects of that. Aha. It's not depression, anxiety, it's PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder, but this is on the extreme level. Oh, so there's a Marine or a Navy SEAL that understands that perfectly on a very deep level. And this upsets this Marine and Navy SEAL to see this individual being screwed with like that because they know exactly how that feels when they have flashbacks. Hmm. Like I said, bro, they have compassionate people in there that understand, especially if they served in one of those branches. It could be the military, Marine, whatever it is, the Army, Navy SEALs, whatever it may be. They're going to have experience when it comes to the stress situations. And I'm getting one of them in there, if not a few of them, are not too enthused with someone that has extreme PTSD because of what these fuckers have been doing. Relentlessly putting this individual in despair, hurting them. And it's like this brings a huge sense wave of anger over these individuals because they remember what it triggers flashbacks of what they had to go through. And I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, some of these SWAT members in the FBI cannot stand no fucking bullies. They can't stand them. They don't like bullies. They see them as an enemy to this country. People like this, they see them as an enemy to this country. So yeah, yep. Well, I'm not getting there may be some SWAT members upset at these individuals. Oh, the tower, damn. Yep. Who would they be upset at? Like, let's see if the car is gonna pull out this bully's energy. Who is this they will be upset at when it comes out? Who's this bully? A fire sign? A Queen of Wands? Yep. This is one of the main ones right here. They don't like her. They don't like her. Devil reverse. Five of swords. They don't like King of Pentacle reverse. They don't like him either. The Hermit. They don't like this Queen of Wands because she's busy trying to cloak and hide. The World reverse. Four of Pentacle reverse. They don't like a Capricorn. They don't like a fire sign. They don't like two men here in reverse. Knight of Swords. Justice. The Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. And the King of Cups reverse. There's three of them here in reverse. These are three authority figures. And they're perverts too. FBI SWAT knows that these individuals right here are perverts. They've also been watching them trying to linger in a masculine's energy to try to be another man, to try to be like another man. These are pussy man giants right here. How the SWAT team views these fucking punks. These three right here, they're pussies. All of them. Three of them. They don't like these three. Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the SWAT team, there's some of these individuals in there, but I got that high level testosterone and masculinity, so they know what a real man is. I ain't none of these bitches right here fit the description of that. That's another reason why they don't like them. There's some bitch shit what these individuals are doing. So I'm talking about the SWAT team all over these individuals. You know what I'm saying? Knight of Swords energy. Yep. You don't tell me what the fuck to say. I'll say what the fuck I want to say. How you like that? February, 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 February. I'll keep on saying it over and over and over. People make mistakes. You don't tell me what the fuck to say. February, 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 February. I'll say it for the next 14 days. February, 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 February. Do you want me to spell it out? February, 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 February. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. February, 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 bitch. How you like that? Fuck off out of here. February, 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 February this, February that. You don't come up on my shit and tell me what to say. February, 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 February again. February that. February for the last time. Nah, make that the second to last. February for the last time. You don't tell me a fucking thing on my channel. February that. People make mistakes, but I'm not going to sit there and let somebody sit there and tell me what to not say on my channel. So get it back to the reading. These three kings here are being seen as delusional. Four of Pentacles reversed. There's three of them in reverse. They don't like these individuals. They don't like her either because she's coming across as a man. They don't like her either. They do not like her either. Apparently. They don't like these individuals right here. They basically perceive this Queen of Fire as a man. These are perverts right here. Pervert, pervert, pervert. Three of them in reverse. They all worship and glorify this hoe. That's what they do. Kiss the fucking ground that she walks on and does anything she tells them to do. Bitches, that's what they are. Same ones that'll be told bullshit. That's like these will be the same ones that be scared of the old lady. What the fuck you scared of the old lady for? Ain't no man. Got somebody always sitting there on the side waiting to say something slide to the individual. And you ain't gonna check them on that? Oh, that's right, because you worried about, oh, she ain't gonna give you none tonight. Well, that's good. Because people like someone that's strong don't need shit like that. They ain't gonna take shit just because, oh, well, they got something between their legs. There's somebody way better than them out there because that ain't what matters. Self-respect's gonna come before that because she don't even deserve the time or energy or day or even as a privilege to deserve that shit between that man's legs to even give it to her. That's how some of us roll out there because we don't put up with that shit. That's why some of us are celibate in these times because we don't need type of bullshit like that. We don't put up with it. And the majority of people are going to be like, oh, well, they don't want to talk to him because, oh, well, you have too much standards. Well, that's good. Maybe if they wouldn't run their fucking mouth and be a coward and sit there and follow behind other people, then they would have a decent person in their life. You're going to be sitting there just telling anybody stupid shit just because you want to. Oh, well, they have this, they have the looks. Fuck your looks. Your looks ain't gonna get you, let's say, married on a soul level. Your looks ain't gonna attract a spiritual soulmate, now is it? You go do that bullshit with somebody out there that could be all flashy and sit there and tolerate that. They have no respect for themselves. I consider that a major put down. That's how I look at it. No integrity about it. No self-respect. That's what these three here in reverse all about. No self-respect. Now you don't have to sit there and cuss somebody out, but at the same time, you have the right to not put up with some type of sly comments being told towards you. SIDs will be the same punks that will hide behind the old lady and expect her to defend the household. They don't have a daddy like some of us have a dad, apparently. Because my daddy was always ready. Always. My pop stays strapped. You fuck with his son, you fuck with his wife. It's over. And you could tell that he was the one that was the main protector because my mom would be feminine. She's very feminine. She even said that a few times with conversations I heard her talking about him. My dad attracted her because of him, just the way he carries himself. She feels protected and secure in the presence of him. That man don't take shit. See, these SWAT team members, they could be that person even without their gear on. They're the same person. It's like this is the type of genetic gene pool that a very few amount of people still have, but they have it, bro. And some of these individuals went through a hard time when it comes to that, and this conditioned them on a psychological level to develop that mind strength. They already had it before they even went in service, bro. That's something that's a God-given gift. God put them here to serve in those branches for that because He knew that they had the heart and the mentality to do it. They're one of God's warriors, bro. Many people may not look at it that way. That they go through a lot of things. It's not just about being an FBI SWAT member. If they took up the Navy SEALs, bro, the Marines, that's double the intensity on what they do for their job, bro, what they had to be faced with, especially when it comes to not knowing what to expect on raids, even though they have their gear on. Still, though, bro, you really don't know what they're going to be faced up against. And it's like they have to mentally condition themselves before and prepare to what they may be up against. But that can also trigger a fucking flashback from the Marines or the Navy SEAL. Therefore, could put a lot of pressure that people may not see. But that's where the other side of me, when it comes to that respect, that I have that respect towards them because of that. Now, I may not be one of them, but at the same time, on a spiritual level, I can understand and have that sympathy for that. I have a sense of compassion to understand. That's what I mean. A sense of compassion and understanding when it comes to that side. I may not be one of them, but when it comes to that harsh type of intense energy, bro, that's dangerous, and that right there can affect somebody in secret. They may not speak up about it, but at the same time, it messes with them. And it's my job as an earth healer here to bring balance to a situation and to have other people see that this is not an easy job for some of these individuals. Now, the times that I got upset when it comes to people that kept on violate my rights, I was going off the other day. It's like sometimes whenever I have time to chill out, this don't go for the individuals that are in that position that actually protect people, that sit there and make sure people are safe. They safeguard them from harm. It's just the ones that want to cowardly sit back, bro, and just watch somebody get attacked. Sit there and not do a fucking thing about it. But these are the individuals that would actually do something. They're action takers. They may not be able to take action right then and there because they don't have a valid search warrant to conduct a search. But when they get that search in, therefore they will be able to take action. But it's already on their mind, bro. Trust it. It's already on their mind. One day when that search warrant goes through and it's executed, they will be there to protect you. It may take a good minute, but it's already on their mind to protect you. I have to remind myself of that, but when it comes to those individuals that may go through those type of intense situations, I have a lot of compassion when it comes to that, and I understand it. That is not an easy job. I agree to that. That's not an easy job. I mean, you got double the intensity. You got the Marines, then you got the Navy SEALs, whatever branch they served in. But then you got it on a SWAT team. It's like that's gotta trigger flashbacks, bro. But therefore it could work to their best advantage in order to strengthen them up even more. Because it's a hell of a battle in the mind, but the mind could be the worst enemy or your bestest friend. And like I said earlier, it's my job as an earth healer to bring awareness to that, to where they can understand what may be going on and fluctuating on the spiritual level to bring that balance. To have them see that you are a great person for doing that, for protecting people, and pushing through those flashbacks, and to continue to protect people. But it's like people not paying attention to the harshness that's beyond that because they don't see beyond the surface level, bro. They don't understand that. They don't have a sense of understanding beyond that. It's like people are ungrateful. Even to the ones I was protected out there, they're not thanking them for who they really are when it comes to the person they are at the core. Do you really know that individual by the soul, or do you know them by just like it's supposed to look like a raid, right? What are they protecting you from? Don't you know that some of these individuals have that authority and presence about them that are angels in human form to make sure that that person, that demon that has been trying to torment you, no longer has the grounds, legal grounds to fuck with you ever again? That's where the real definition of a raid comes from, especially when it comes to an arrest warrant of the FBI SWAT having to arrest these individuals. That right there gives these individuals no longer legal ground to screw with you ever again. That's God's divine angels coming through those SWAT members to protect someone. That's basically like Archangel Michael coming through them with his sword, but they're just armed. It's a different weapon they're holding, but it's basically the shield. They got the shields and they got the sword. They're coming in there to serve justice by removing these bully ass tyrants and to get them out the energy. They're serving God's law, bro. Under the Archangel Michael prayer, he defeats all the wickedness snares of the devil. That's them defeating the wickedness snares of the devil. The FBI SWAT going in there, taking care of these tyrants, these crooked officials that don't want to stop bullying and doing certain things to people. That's them executing God's law under the Archangel Michael prayer of defeating the wickedness snares of the devil. With the scales in one hand and the sword in the other hand, with Archangel Michael's foot on the devil's head. That means they're going to stop. That means his bullshit agenda of bondage and trying to torture and oppress people. Those FBI SWAT members are there because under the Title 18 USC Section 241, oppression and intimidation. That's why they're there. Because that's God's legal Bible that they follow to make sure that that title and section is being held upon these individuals as a violation, a federal law violation. But under the spiritual law, that right there would be interpreted as it's like a federal legal Bible is the way I look at it. It's just like reading Psalms, bro. Reading the Bible. That's a legal Bible, a federal law. And their presence come through as Archangel Michael with the scales and the sword. And Archangel Michael is one of the warrior angels that defeats the wickedness snares of the devil. And it's also on their badge as a symbolism of Archangel Michael. You know what I'm saying? They're there to protect you. They're there to soldier out to protect you like the true soldiers they are. I've always found that like recently, whenever I did my research, I'm gonna still have to research that. But out of all the badges out there, bro, FBI got the number one badge that holds the symbolism of Archangel Michael. Why is that? Why has it been depicted? Even though you don't see the wings on them, you still see the sword in one hand and the scales in the other. Why is that? And why does federal law give you the most freedom out of all other things that don't make any sense when it comes to binding half of these local practices that conflict with U.S. Supreme rulings? Why is that? Hopefully, this is an awakening to federal law for them to see that people have been abused by these systems that's not doing things the proper way. You got some of these individuals that just love to get in there just to have the authority to sit there to commit a crime, to have access to the tools for intimidation, and to sit there to traffic, to extort, to intimidate, and to sit there and to do what they're really not meant to be doing to start with. And it's not good to worship any authority figure out there, y'all. But when it comes to God's law, he states, I don't know what part of the Bible it's in, but you have the right to not listen to corrupt individuals. You have the right to disobey them and to not submit to them. You have the right to stand up. If they're not abiding by God's law and they're relentlessly trying to have you commit a sinful act, you have the right to disregard anything of what you're being told. And you have the right to use what he has under your protection under federal law, U.S. Supreme rulings that binds those practices. That's why he put the U.S. Supreme rulings there. And federal law, federal agents have to go by that too. It's advisable for them to look into that to see what these individuals have been violating. And once again, that right there goes back off on federal law that gives you that freedom to defend yourself from unfair, unjust acts from individuals that hold no jurisdiction or wrongful authority upon your person. Because when it comes to abusing you under their titles and sections, that's a federal law violation, a felony, some of them. Some of the agents may not be aware of how deep that really goes. Like they may be analyzers, but it's on a much more deeper, complex level of the spiritual side. Now, not everybody out there could be spiritual that gets attacked that way, but on a spiritual level, I'm gonna bring it to their awareness of the symbolism that holds a lot of sacred power on their badges. That is a symbolism of the Archangel Michael prayer to defeat the wicked and snares of the devil by using their title codes and sections. That right there is already a disarming to these individuals, to disarm them. Analyzing the evidence and documenting things down and collecting evidence on it to validate and verify the titles and sections that were violated. That right there is all about judgment. These agents may not realize, but they're passing judgment down on the situation. They're judging these individuals. They're accumulating evidence. That means they're racking up receipts on these individuals. And therefore, when it gets to the right judge, because that's also under God's law, he put judges in their position to go by God's law, to hold up justice. That's what that federal judge is in there for. Why you think the U.S. Supreme rulings puts a bind on some of these practices that cannot be committed upon you? Exactly. Because God knew that federal justice was the most realist and the most accurate authority that there is in this world, in this country. That's where the royal power is, bro. That's the realest judge you can ever see, you can ever get in front of. Now, it's not meant to sit there and glorify them, but when it comes to them ensuring proper justice, therefore, they're following God's law. Why you think the U.S. Supreme rulings gives you so much freedom and protects you from these violations? Maybe this could be a slow wake-up call to federal law. That yes, we need them in these times. Some of them may even feel in the energy as if they need spiritual people more than we need them to help inspire them, to help create a leeway on that spiritual level, to show them things that may be in the dark, to illuminate certain things that may not make logical sense to them. And we're here for that. We're just not going to tolerate disrespect or no ounce of protection upon us due to what these locals keep on doing, bro. We're not there to harm this country at all. We're there to safeguard it. We're there to protect this land. This is the U.S. land. That means this is our land, all persons' land, us. This is us, which are representing United States. This is the land of the U.S., which are representing United States, but it's also the land of all persons. That means that we, as us, U.S., deserve to be protected under federal law jurisdiction. We're not going to tolerate these individuals sitting there thinking that they could do whatever they want to do. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, under God's authority, these individuals are not gonna sit there and get away with threatening our freedom like that anymore. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna do something about it. We're there to help and collaborate with FBI to show them and to create a leeway, even though they may have a special agent in charge, the SAC. No disrespect to them. It's just certain things that we have a position in this world with when it comes to us being attacked this way. When we contact that entity, it's for a reason. It's because this is the only way to ensure that justice is served the proper way. There's no other law out there that can stop it, FBI. But y'all, spiritual law can indeed intervene, but that's only on a spiritual aspect level. When it comes to these physical violations that violate your titles, codes, and sections, therefore you have that physical authority to intervene, to ensure that justice is served, to safeguard victims from harm. Therefore, will be a simulation of God's presence protecting that individual physically to make sure that that won't ever happen to them again. To those out there that protect infrastructure and crops, we're the same way. FBI spiritual people are the same way to this country. We don't tolerate threats to this place at all. These corrupt foreign corporations that are committing treason, we want them out of there. We want them out of there. These tyrants and bullies that think that this is okay, that sit there and like to stalk people and harass people, we consider that to be a dangerous enemy to this place, to this country. We want them out of there. And y'all have the federal authority to do it. Now, I mean, y'all may have to go through certain procedures and to follow orders, etc. But still, though, the right procedures taken, you are able to successfully conduct a raid at the ending of the procedure. We're not going to tolerate these type of threats to this country. We're not. We are brave enough to stand up. And if some of these individuals want to cooperate or collaborate with us when it comes to hearing us out and looking up on us as a guide to guide them in the right direction when it comes to where the problem is, where some of these major problems are occurring at, then that's what it is. We're not there to cause any harm to anybody. But if these individuals continue to try to push or provoke, we have the legal ground under U.S. Supreme rulings to resist unlawful arrest and any type of restraints. Under 177-529 of 1900, under U.S. Supreme ruling that ruled that out way back in the 1900s. It's under the 177 U.S. 529 1900. Y'all go do your research on that. I'm not saying that would happen. I'm just saying because these of us are out of line in these times. And placing any type of restraints on someone while already committing the color law violation, therefore, is going to be kidnapping, assault and battery, and kidnapping. That's bondage. You know what that's against? That's against God's law. God don't promote bondage. That's the devil, bro. That's the devil because the devil is all about bondage and oppression. Why you think they have that title in the section of the Title 18 USC Section 241, huh? Why does that protect you from oppressive forces and intimidation? Exactly. Wake up, people. FBI is there to protect you from these predators and these so-called foreign corporations that have absolutely no legitimate authority whatsoever because they're serving the Baphomet. They're serving a God, all right, and it ain't the God that you think it is. Do your research. We don't consent to this. We don't consent to this, and we don't want nothing to do with these individuals. To the ones that don't do their job the right way, they're not sitting there serving and protecting anyone. We're talking about the ones that like to do this type of activity involving this situation, what I just read about. This is the ones that are not legitimately serving and protecting us, FBI, at all. They're not. They're useless to this country and are dangerous enemies to this place. They're treasonous, if that's even a word. I know treason is a word, but treasonous. That's violating a breach of trust. We don't trust these individuals at all. They're not trusted or mentally competent enough to uphold any form of any law. Because the things that have been being done is the opposite of enforcing things for people's protection. Which is why, once again, the U.S. citizens has to rely upon the FBI for their assistance and protection involving these type of matters here. There's no other law that can protect them. No other law. No other law. No other law. Okay, treasonous. I appreciate the help on that. Cause see that right there is a generous comment. There's a difference between trying to tell somebody what to do or to be generous about it. As I say, hey, look, that'll be the correct way to pronounce it. So it's treasonous. But yeah, it's just their energy tends to come back up when it comes to these energies that don't want to get out the energy and leave us alone, bro. And it's like the only ones that are there left to protect us is federal law. I also appreciate them standing up when it comes to a situation too. I went done my research on that, and sure enough, they had some of them that fought back and spoke out. Some of those agents got over national television and spoke out. Good, good. Don't be afraid, bro. Don't be afraid. They're not there to be afraid. They're there to represent the definition of bravery within a three-letter abbreviation of Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is FBI. Fidelity, bravery, and integrity. And some of them actually stood up and fought against something. I forgot what it was truly about, but it was fighting up against something. That's right, bro. Some of them in there ain't gonna play. Some of them in there are actually beyond that brave word. Like they're getting these individuals face let them know about themselves. Good. That's what I like. I love that shit. Yeah, y'all see how my energy's changing? I love that, bro. That excites me. I get a thrill out of that. That's right. You tell them. You know what I'm saying? What, what they gonna do about the First Amendment? You got the First Amendment too, FBI. Look, freedom of speech, loud and proudly. First Amendment, First Amendment, First. Look, they try to do something. You say, First Amendment, Declaration of Independence, First Amendment, First Amendment. You keep on saying that First Amendment. What's the First Amendment grant you the thought? Wait, how can I say that? What does the First Amendment do? Keep repeating that over and over. What does the First Amendment do? It gives you the right to freedom of speech, don't it? Declaration of Independence. Do their research. That's what I tell them. If there's somebody trying to trying to look down on the FBI agent because they're exercising free speech, keep on saying that. What's the First Amendment protect? What does the First Amendment protect? Tell them like it is, bro. Show them what the true bravery really is, man. That's how I come about it. Let them individuals sit there and make you look bad, man. You got the right to free speech, freedom of speech. First Amendment. That's what you keep telling them. First Amendment, U.S. Constitution protected activity. First Amendment. First Amendment. First. Hey, the more they try to sit there and make it look bad, keep on doing First Amendment. First Amendment. First Amendment. That's all about. It's all about that assertive energy. Hmm. Some of them may not even like. They may work for that law, but it's like they may not be. I don't know. You would think that everybody would know what the First Amendment is, but some people really don't. Like what you can and can't, as long as you're not provoking a fight or inciting violence, you have the right to exercise free speech. That means you have the right to insult someone, even though it may be impolite. You have the right to say profanity. That's also been ruled out under U.S. Supreme rulings of the Cohen versus California. Cohen versus California. I want to say that was 1971, where the man could wear, someone didn't get in trouble for wearing profane language on their shirt. They couldn't find him guilty for that because it's free speech. Profane language under U.S. Supreme rulings, as long as it's not enticing or, hold on, provoking a fight or any type of violence, then you have the right to say what the fuck you want. Like, straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let some of the majors know that, even though they may not be aware, it's the Cohen versus California, 1971 under U.S. Supreme rulings. So if somebody tries to sit there and try, oh well, they don't like you speaking the truth. First Amendment, First Amendment. Keep on saying the First Amendment, First Amendment. That's what I tell them. First Amendment, and that, how can I say? It's like they're there to uphold that. They're there to uphold the First Amendment too. They're there to uphold people's civil rights, but they also, as an FBI agent, have civil rights too. They have a First Amendment too. They have rights just as much as everybody else does. And yes, if they want to exercise free speech, they have the right to do so. Like, damn. That's like I'm getting the energy. Well, damn, Scorpion, man, they're gonna have to color me. It's like a spiritual lawyer or something. Like, man, you know a lot of thing about that, ain't you? It's like they gotta come check on me. Hey, it's this what they could do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, but they trying to get me involved as like a spiritual attorney. It's like, ah, man, I'm not a lawyer yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a lawyer yet. I'm not one yet. Not one yet. That's how that's how I gotta call them for help me. Yeah, they gotta call me for, hey, Scorpion, man. Look, is this okay for them to say that? Go right ahead, shit. Tell them it's a First Amendment. That's what I tell. It's a First Amendment. You got the right to free speech as long as it's not inciting any type of violence or provoking a violent act or provoking a fight. You have the right to cuss if you really wanted to. You could cuss like a sailor. It don't matter. It don't matter. You have the right to free speech, and anybody got a problem with it, say they have a problem with it. That's how I feel about it. Hmm. Like, damn, man, this guy really don't give up, does he? That's right. That's right. Because ain't no such thing as giving up. It's all about making these individuals give in before you give up. It's all about making them give in. Yep. Because what they're doing is resisting universal transformation and U.S. Supreme ruling and law that resonates with federal law jurisdiction that completely dismantles all of this corruption that should not even be allowed to continue. Someone's behind the scenes smirking, not in an arrogant way. It's like good job, Scorpio. They like that. I'm telling you, bro, they like that. They like that when I'm in that energy. It's like maybe some it could be like just a test to see how strong I really am. And it's like, that's right. Keep on standing up, Scar. That they watching. They see what I'm doing. So that man ain't folding for shit. But the hell they think this is a paper? You know what I'm saying? It's like I may be able to read situations like an open book, but I still ain't no paper that folds easy. You know what I'm saying? Paper is paper, and a spiritual being of an earth angel is an earth angel. Completely different. You know what I'm saying? But there's also something else I could resonate with that. It's like people may think that you can fold easy as a paper, but yet you built solid just like a tree. But guess what? Guess where paper comes from? A tree, right? Exactly. Yep. I don't know. I'm just getting the energy as if like that's like some of these individuals feel the need to consult in them. It's like I'm sitting there calling them for help. Hey, look, I need help on the situation. And it's like some of the things I read about, like when it comes to earlier, some of them may not even know all of that. And it's like it could blow their mind, like, damn, how you know that? Mr. James, how you know all that? Damn, they've been working there for a long. How you know that? I just do a lot of research and also I don't know everything, but I just do a lot of research. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of research. I search up a lot of information. I don't know everything. I just do a hell of a lot of research and search up information. But it's like this could be fascinating for some of these individuals. What I'm getting, it's like, how do you know that? Mm. Just like I said about that 177 US 529 1900 situation of a US Supreme ruling. Don't you know I freaked the attorney out with that US Supreme ruling? She couldn't believe what she was reading. Like, damn, it really says that person has the right to resist unlawful arrest by force. That means you can forcefully resist that arrest that's taking place because it's unlawful. And a ton of that 177 US 529 1900 that ruled that out. And it's like, wow, exactly. Many people don't know all of that, bro. You got to do your research. If something is being done to you and you can find the description on what is violating, then there you have the information on it to counter that. But just like I said before, we can know our information, but that right there gives enough validation to these individuals that's in the higher up law to validate that under the title of that section as to say that, hey, we're right about that being violated, that title of section being violated. We may not be able to do anything about it like they can, but at the same time, we have the right to know about that and to bring it to their awareness as I say that, hey, but it makes it even better when you bring it to their awareness under those titles and sections that's being violated, because then they have something to work with, especially if you got tangible proof of evidence to back that up that this title or section is being violated with this kind of thing being done. So therefore, like that's where the power is. And that's definitely going to get you to be extremely credible. Like you can't just go to them as a say, oh, they're bothering you. Who is they? It's not that they're trying to gaslight you. They're going to ask you who is they because they want to know who it is. They want you to identify who the perpetrators are beyond that because they can't just go off of who's they. Who is they? And they're not questioning it to gaslight you. They're questioning it literally to know, like they want to know who it is. Who is they? They can't go based off of they because they don't have a link to who they is. That could be anybody. Who is the specific perpetrator that's beyond doing that? That's what they really want to know. They want the individual's identity. If you could provide any identification, who the person may be. That means giving their name, etc. They can't just go off of they. Oh, they bothering you. They're not going to look at you like you're crazy. They're just going to be left for nothing to have a leeway to. There's nothing there to look into because they is not going to be a physical, legitimate person. You have to have a person identified by a name in the physical 3D reality. Now, to the ones that may have gotten gaslighted and you may feel like they don't listen to you, or they may not have wanted to talk to you even, maybe you could have provided the wrong, like invalid information, not meaning that you was wrong, but it's just some type of error when it comes to information. And it's like they can't go based off of a certain thing of what you announce. A lot of people announce this as when it comes to this harassment of a group antagonizing and harassing someone, they go by gang stalking. That's the wrong term for that. They're not going to conduct an investigation based off of going to them with allegations of gang stalking. That means a group of individuals ganging up together in order to stalk and harass and antagonize somebody. But they can interpret that in any kind of way, y'all. That's the thing. You have to go to them and to announce it under the titles as sections. When it comes to these individuals that are grouping up to try to oppress you, and you give a description on what this is connected to, why that's being done. Okay. So let's say if you have somebody that's crooked in the local system, that's trying to do certain things to you off for retaliation purposes. Therefore, you can have some knowledge on your Fourth Amendment being violated. You're continuously always being harassed. That will be intimidation and oppression. That will be under Title 18 USC Section 241, oppression and intimidation. Makes it unlawful for one or two more persons to oppress or to intimidate you in any kind of way. And then if you have officials that are sitting there trying to fabricate things about you and all to try to get you screwed with, that would be under the color of law violation under Title 18 USC Section 242, deprivation of your rights. That would be the proper way to identify the crimes that are taking place depending on what it is. There's a way to address that, and it's not through telling them that you're being gang stalked. They do believe like stalking is valid. That is valid. You can also use group stalking. That means more than one or two persons. Three people makes a group. That means group stalk. So you have to be very specific with your details. Group means more than two persons. So therefore, they're already going to register that with their analyzation skill that they have. Okay, they say group stalking, so it must be more than one or two persons that's doing that. Even if it's just three people, it's still a group. Two persons will represent partners. Three people is a group, considered a group. It don't matter if it's one to two to three persons, but if it's a group, you identify it. If it's more than one to two persons, it's identified as a group. It's just people may not pay attention to the information they provide to them, which is why they may perceive it as an error or invalid information. It's not that they don't believe you, it's just they have nothing base to go off of. If you go to them and you say they, there has to be a name. There has to be a name, there has to be a leeway, there has to be a reason beyond why things are being done. If you just go to them and say, oh, they're bothering you, you can't give no explanation or any type of knowledge on what may be being violated, then they're not going to be able to proceed with looking into your report. And I'm not saying that to let people down. It's the truth, bro, because people do, in fact, get let down. But it's by the way that they address the issue on an invalid level. Not meaning that they're not going through it, it's just they have to learn how to address that. Therefore, would make them credible. Don't give up either. Keep fighting a good fight, bro. Learn your information. And you'll be surprised the next time you talk to them, you may notice that how they want to engage further with asking what's really going on instead of sitting there and saying they can't do nothing. I'm gonna tell you right now, the best thing to do with a situation like that, I would not provide them any information when it comes to sensitive information. I would show up in person and have a meeting with them and provide that information to them in person. That way you can protect the agent's identity and your identity and any type of information that you tell them it can be protected. That's the way I would do it. That's going to show them that you are responsible when it comes to information being passed and delivered through communications on electronics. You're a responsible person. And anything that you talk about to them in person, keep that shit to yourself, private. I don't care who asks you for their name, their identity, you don't reveal shit. You keep that shit to yourself. That's the best thing I would do, y'all. I mean, everybody's gonna have a different way of approaching a situation, but you really cannot trust phone lines in these times because of them not being secure. And therefore, it's gonna better. I don't know if they're aware of that, but that could be obstructing that agent's Fourth Amendment. That could be considered unreasonable, unconsensual search on that person. When this, I don't give a damn who it is that's on the other end of that line. They have no fucking right to listen to that agent talking to you like that. They don't. I don't give a fuck who it is. They don't have the right to listen on that. And yes, God has given us that power to protect those individuals too from that, to give them knowledge on situations like that, to let them see that they're human too. They may be working as an authority figure, but at the same time, they have rights just as much as we do. And if anybody sits there and tries to infringe upon their Fourth Amendment, when it comes to being on the other end of that phone, that's listening to a conversation that's supposed to be had between you and them on that line, that's in violation of their Fourth Amendment. I'm gonna bring it to their awareness because they have no fucking right to listen to that agent tell you anything over the phone. Because it's not just, they may look at it as, oh, well, they're listening to you, but correction, if they could hear that agent talking to you over the phone, they are also invading his personal space and his privacy, his or her privacy. That's bullshit. That's a Fourth Amendment violation on that person that has no fucking right to be on the other end of that line, listen to that conversation. So therefore, if this is an authority figure that's conducting an unethical, illegal wiretap, that could go back off on Fourth Amendment violation. I want to say it could go back off on this too. Hold on, y'all. Something with communications. There's a title and section with communication. I forgot what it is though. I'm gonna get to that a little later, but still though. Some of these individuals may not be aware of that, bro, but they have rights too. Because they don't have a search warrant off on the agent, do they? Exactly. What the fuck are they doing listening to your phone call? Because they're impeding on this individual's right to their privacy with them communicating supposedly with you, but yet, that would be as if they have an unauthorized access to them when they should not have access to them. That's what these individuals don't understand. That be doing shit like that. Yep. That would be obstruction of your right to privacy under the Fourth Amendment with a unlawful search being conducted on that individual whenever they are a federal law enforcement official that's there to help assist you and to only for you and this individual to be conversating across the line, not for someone to be sitting there listening on the phone call, no matter if they're connected to your phone or not. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they're violating any form of color of law, to have an unauthorized wiretap connected to that, then therefore it could go back off on them. And you know that you have the right to subpoena, no, not subpoena, you have the right to collect any form of information. It's Freedom of Information Act. You have the right to obtain any information when it comes to this individual that's on duty that has been conversating about you or doing anything involving mentioning your name, especially when they're on duty. You have the right to have access to all information involving your name that's being spoken from authority figures. Do I have to pull that up on the device too and show 'em? There's also a US Supreme rulings that they have to disclose any information about someone. That includes smear campaign information. Yeah. And if they don't, they could be found in contempt of federal court because that's a sustained judgment. These basic individuals that think that they somebody, they better do their research. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they're nobody. Federal law completely dominates all these individuals, bro. I'm telling you, it dominates the whole thing under US Supreme rulings. Because half of these individuals ain't following or doing anything, and they have no legitimate jurisdiction to be committing these violations to start with. That's what they're unaware of. Bro, these titles and sections counter that. That prohibit them from having any further jurisdiction upon you because this ain't even in their jurisdiction of what they're committing. They're violating a complete different law without the rightful badge on them. It's basically as if the minute that they commit a federal law violation, they're impersonating a federal agent. That's the way I look at it because they're doing things to violate that law with a badge on, right? That's impersonation. Violating titles and sections under their jurisdiction of the Title 18 USC Section 242, that's being violated federal law jurisdiction. What the fuck are they doing wearing a badge while committing that federal crime in the process? Impersonation. With the wrongful uniform on at that. They better be aware of that, bro. I guarantee you there's probably a ruling or a title and section that actually backs that up, what I just said, too. Aha. Ha ha! Because they ain't no federal agent. They can't be doing that. I'm telling you. Y'all heard how I just explained that? This is not for federal law, by the way. These are these locals that think they could just keep on doing whatever they want. They could be charged with impersonation for wearing a badge while committing a federal violation that violates titles and sections on a federal law jurisdiction. It's not in their jurisdiction to violate or to commit that type of crime. Why do they have a badge on while committing that crime in a different jurisdiction? That's the thing, because they're not an FBI agent. That right there will fall under impersonation. Because what gives them the right to commit a federal law violation to start with? Because it's outside their jurisdiction. They have no jurisdiction to commit that type of crime to start with. So what are they doing with a uniform on and a badge on while committing that crime? Don't you know that they have a specific jurisdiction that they supposed to serve and protect? A damn sure ain't federal jurisdiction. So what the fuck are they doing violating the Title 18 USC Section 242? Along with the US, no, along with the 18 US Code 1962 or RICO. Exactly. You know what US means? United States law. That means that's federal jurisdiction over the whole country of the US. And you know what else that means outside these individuals? Jurisdiction. United States have way more jurisdiction and way more dominance over these foreign corporations. I promise you that. It's under the US Supreme rulings that backs that up. I'm getting the FBI is starting to get a huge wake up call on that. That more and more people are starting to learn about what's really going on. And I mean, some of us that may be teaching knowledge or giving knowledge and awareness on that, they could be doing their research as I say that. Well, damn, these people really do know their stuff talking about us. It's right there in writing, man. All they got to do is do their research. I'm not going to sit there and run my mouth. I make sure I study and have the wisdom and knowledge on it before I even speak on it. Now, earlier when I said that they could possibly be found guilty of impersonation, I didn't do my research on that. It was just something I channeled, but I'm gonna have to research that. I'm not sure on that though. But the way it sounds, why would they violate a different jurisdictional law while having a badge on? That right there is giving heavy impersonation vibes. And they don't even have the right type of badge to impersonate. They don't have a badge with the scales in one hand and the sword on the other. They damn sure ain't got a badge like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there is identified as a federal badge, something that they clearly do not have. So what are they doing committing a federal law violation without the proper badge and a proper uniform while sitting there in a uniform and a badge while committing that violation? That's got to be impersonation, bro. It has to. It has to. Because why are they violating that jurisdiction when it's not in their jurisdiction to have that type of authority? Exactly. Y'all hold on a minute. I'm gonna go do my research on this because I guarantee they could find some of these individuals with impersonation. Because that's a federal law jurisdiction. What are they doing wearing a badge to commit a crime? We're violating their jurisdiction to start with. That should be an impersonation violation of an FBI agent. All right, y'all, I'm back. Go ahead and look that up. 111. Oh, it's 111. It's 111 as I grab. Ooh, it's 111, y'all. Hell yeah. It's 111. As I was saying that, it's 111. Woo. All right. Hold on. Impersonation. Hold on. I'm looking it up. All right. So it's generally not considered impersonation. It says a violation of the 18 USC section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law by a local official is generally not considered impersonation, but rather an abuse of an actual or apparent authority. It occurs when an official acts within or beyond their authority while pretending to perform official duties. Impersonation would be under the 18 USC section 912. Nah, that's just deprivation of rights. But it was just by the way that I explained it. It's like, but why do they have? It's like they're wearing a badge, a uniform, but yet committing a crime in a whole different jurisdiction while having a uniform on and a badge. And it's like it just gives like impersonation vibe. I don't know why. Because it's like they think that they could. It's like there's. I'm pretty sure there's something I could use to counter that. What I just read to back that up that it could be used as impersonation. Because why would they be acting outside their jurisdiction to commit a crime? Because if they could commit a crime outside their jurisdiction, who's to say that they can't sit there and act like they're enforcing some form of federal titles and sections? Like to enforce federal jurisdiction. That's the way I look at it. If they could commit a crime outside their jurisdiction to violate federal law, then who's to say that they won't sit there and to act like they're enforcing federal jurisdiction? Somebody somewhere is happy. I'm telling you, bro, somebody sees that I'm stubborn. And they laughing at these others that try to do that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yep, Scorpio man still got it in him. You're gonna bring that federal law knowledge out of me. You keep on screwing with people. You ain't messing with no Scorpio, man. They ain't messing with me. Mm-mm. But somebody's on the live stream and it's like, yep, he still got it in him. He ain't let go of that federal law knowledge. You damn right. It's gonna stay there for all eternity. That's who the Most High called me to be, to announce that and to learn that. And that's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's like someone knows that. Yep, he ain't. He still got that knowledge with him. He ain't gonna give up on that. That's right. That's right. Because I'm here to make sure that the injustice is completely disarmed and done with. They gonna fuck with somebody else all they want, bro. They gonna be messing with me. I know way too much of certain laws that go way over these individuals here, bro. It's like they ain't used to all that. It's like it's like a Bible to them. You start reading all this out to them, it's like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like they all get scared. Yeah, that's right. It's like holy water to them, bro. Me reading this to these individuals that's been engaged in these practices, that right there is all about like holy water. It runs them off. That's right. Like I said, that's the legal Bible. That's the legal Bible. It's like me reading scriptures, bro. Run these individuals out of there. Fuck out of there. It's just like God's law, bro, with the Psalms. It's just like reading the Bible. That's God's law. When you read the Bible, that's God's law that protects you. When you read the U.S. Supreme rulings, that right there will be the legal Bible that protects you. It's basically like you're reading the Bible. Not actually like that, but on a legal level. And if you pay attention to that, bro, you know what you're talking about. You get pulled over on a traffic stop with no legitimate probable cause, and you start telling the citizens about what's really being done and what it's a violation of, you'd be surprised, bro. You're gonna be let go of. They're sorry about it. You have a nice night. And that individual get the fuck up away from you. I had that happen. You start reading that out to them, bro, and you're calm about it. You don't blow up. You don't do none of that. You read some of that out to them, they'll leave. I'm gonna tell you why, because they know that they get a whole lot of shit for that. Violate your rights. They know. Mhm. Mhm. It's there for a reason, bro. It's not just something made up. It's there in writing, and you can prove it here. It's even more funny whenever they don't believe it. They go do their research, and it actually comes back as, well, damn, you are telling the truth. And it's like it scares them even more. Like, what you think I'm there for? To waste your time? Or to waste my time? First off, they need to pay attention to how confident somebody is. Confidence is key. If someone's not confident, that means that they don't really know shit about what they say. But if someone is confident what they said, it means that they've done a lot of research. And they're sitting there waiting on the individual to make the wrong move. That intimidation with shit don't work on just anybody. That'll have the script flipped and I'll have them interrogated and investigated for committing color law violation under Title 18 USC, Section 242. And the individual is obligated to give you their name, where they work at, their position, how long they've been there, and for you to do research on the individual and to see what information is public. Simple. I'm telling you, but there's this energy that's in here like, damn, that's crazy as hell. Like Scorpio, man, turn whole fucking that like there's a whole damn department trying to think they're investigators are like he's one man that turns a whole investigation on all these individuals and investigates them as if as if I'm one department when I'm not. Exactly. I don't need a group of detectives to obtain information. Not when you're a spiritual person. God will provide you the information. All you got to do is connect the dots and listen to your intuition. It's that easy. It's that easy. Pay attention to your surroundings. And there's the answers right there. You don't need all this extra. I mean, on a physical level, yeah, you may need some assistance on that, but it's just that's the kind of vibes I'm getting right now. Like, damn, this person knows how to flip a whole investigation on everybody. Because when they commit a crime and violate an innocent person's rights with no jurisdiction and no legitimate probable cause based off of color law violations of fabrication and failing to keep the individual from harm, therefore it gives me the right as a U.S. citizen to obtain public information on the individual because it's public. If it's in the public, it means that it's freely obtained. Like you can sit there and look into it if it's public. Public means public. It means for everybody that has access to it. The public has access to it. It means I have the right to see it. That means I have a right to sit there and to ask the badge number, their name, where they work at, how long they've been there, to get a good look at the license plate. Even if things are visible inside the cruiser, I have the right to document that down too through the windows. If you can visibly see it, it's in a public setting. It's in a public. That's not protected privacy. Just like your license plate is not public. Your license plate is not private. Nope. It's open to the public. It's open to the public. Anything that's perceived in a public setting is public information. If you can see it and it's public, that means it's for everybody to see. Simple as that. Yep. I don't know, but they just got some individuals out there just there. They feel, I'm going to tell you what it is. They feel intimidated because you know way too much. Because their abuse cannot control you. They feel like you have the ultimate control when you know your shit. But it shouldn't even be about control to start with because that's going to better to prove of enough probable cause to prove that they're not there to serve and protect you the proper way. If it's all about control and abuse, they're controlling and abuse of just anybody. Because that's not what they're there for. They're not there to commit terrorism or to commit any type of fraudulent act that violates a lot of things on a treason level to the breach of trust. They're not there for that. And there's no amount of qualified immunity that could protect them from titles and sections that have been violated. I'm gonna tell you what drops the qualified immunity. Doing things outside the jurisdiction that they don't have the proper authority of, the proper authority with. That's what drops it. But just like I said before, when it comes to these situations, man, it's best to know your rights and know your law. And as a US citizen, you have the right to check these individuals on what they're doing. Because the uniform that they wearing with that badge they have on in the cruiser that they driving and the institution they work in, that's all government property. That's all paid off by the US taxpayers. That means that that right there came from a lot of the taxpayers' money. A lot of people don't know about that, funded by the taxpayers. That uniform is not their personal uniform, that's government property. That badge is not their legitimate person. That's not who they are. That's government property. They work for that. They're not that. They just work for it. Foreign corporation. And got the nerve to sit there and get mad at you because you know your rights, right? Get mad at you because you know federal law. I'm gonna tell you why, because that's where the freedom is, bro. That's where your ultimate freedom is at. Something that they can't stand because they're relentlessly trapped in bondage. They're the ones in reality that's trapping themselves and thinking that this is okay to do to people, but yet, whatever you got somebody that stands up, it's like the more they try to enforce control, the more everything reverses onto them to prove that they're committing illegal, aggravated attempted kidnapping upon your person to unlawfully take your freedom from you. Through once again the Title 18 USC Section 241 dash, not the dash, but the 241 and the 242. Oh, and these little fraudulent, false ass protective orders that was put on people, feds are investigating that too because you think that you're gonna keep on trying to have part of this person's life just so you could torment them. That's being looked into because you think you are gonna use that as a justification, huh? As probable cause to remain in this individual's life to sit there and conduct searches on them. That fucking order has been proven fraudulent, corrupt. The abuse that's beyond it, what you've been taking part in. They know what your motives are towards it. Because these individuals are a codependent prick that want to sit there and relentlessly obstruct someone's right to their freedom. There's an authority figured out will be removed out of my energy for doing that shit to me. It's a female. She's gonna get her psychopathic ass away from me, bro. Leave me on my fucking channel alone. I said it on my community post. I have the right as a U.S. citizen to prohibit this individual from my workplace or work from stealing from me because this individual has stolen a lot of currency from me, bro. A lot of it. A lot of it. I've investigated that. A lot of it. Therefore, it's gonna better to prove this individual has no fucking right to be around my channel or anywhere is around me. I don't want them nowheres around me. I don't consent to any form of contact or search from this person. I prohibit them under Title 18 USC, Section 241, 242, and under the 18 US Code 1030. Because of that, because of the Section 1030. This individual ain't my mama. They're not my daddy. They're nobody to me. They need to take them and a fucking boyfriend and go somewhere else. This authority figure, she needs to carry her ass, bro. Get the fuck away from me and leave my channel alone. All of them. But anyways, this is basically the reading. Let me go ahead and look into to see if they are doing anything to remove this individual from my YouTube channel. I don't want this individual nowheres around me. I don't consent to any form of contact or any type of search from this person. I don't want this individual around my fucking YouTube channel, bro. Or connected to me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. My car, electronics, any of that. I don't consent to any of that. Are the feds working to remove this individual from my place of work or no? I don't want this individual nowheres around me. Queen of Pentacles. These two females here, bro, keep on doing something. King of Swords reverse. King of Wands reverse. The Six of Wands. Knight of Wands. The Devil reverse. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Eight of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles reverse. There's two kings in reverse. The devil being in reverse is a good sign. And there's an apologetic energy that's right here. These individuals feel too much screwed up in the head, what it looks like. With the Three of Pentacles reverse. Some of them could kind of regret the fact they're not working with me. I know my stuff, bro, with the Six of Wands energy. I know my stuff. If they ever communicated with these individuals locally over here, you got played, bro. You got played big time. Should have listened to me. The devil is in reverse though. What what is this Queen of Wands doing around my channel to start with? This authority figure. What is her motives beyond lingering around my channel? What is this female authority figure's motives at lingering around my channel? She's trying to restrict things with the Eight of Swords. She's trying to restrict it. This is illegal what this female is doing. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands reverse. She's doing something corrupt with the Justice reverse. That's corrupt what she's doing. Six of Swords reverse. King of Pentacles reverse. The Hermit. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the X. This is the X. Queen of Wands. Three of Wands. Ace of Swords. That's oppression. There's a kingpin in the energy in reverse. That's oppression. Eight of Pentacles and a King of Wands reverse. There's two kings reverse, but she's coming up in the upright. This individual's coming up in the upright. This is the X. This is this authority figure. I know exactly who these individuals are, bro. Somebody better look like looking into this for me, because I know what's going on. I know exactly who these individuals are. This is a Leo authority figure, and it's the Taurus X with the Queen of Pentacles energy. You have a Sagittarius male right here in reverse and a Capricorn male in reverse. Both of these individuals are authority figures. This is the X over here, and then you have the authority figure over here. They're coming up again, both of them. This right here is corrupt with the Justice reverse. This is oppression. Oppression. Heavy oppression. Then you have the Father energy at the bottom. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Six. Yeah, she's trying to oppress. Something about trying to oppress my followers. Hmm. This is with two tyrants here in reverse. A King of Wands reverse and a King of Pentacles reverse. This is not right. With the Justice reverse, this is not right. This is oppression. Will this female be removed from my channel for doing that illegally to me? Yes, she Ace of Swords, yes, she is. Queen of Water. Yep, this is gonna end. This is gonna end. Uh-huh. She's been warned numerous of fucking times, get the fuck away from me with the judgment reverse. Message of air reverse. Uh-huh. They got two female agents here watching over me. Good. Good. King of Water, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Swords reverse, Eight of Swords reverse, she will be removed. Ace of Pentacles reverse, and the Ace of Swords at the bottom. I'm getting that this gonna end. So to me, this gonna end in me being free from going to jail too with the Eight of Swords reverse. Someone's gonna make the right decision. She will be removed. She will. There's good people here that's helping me out. Good. She's being seen as an aggressive stalker. She will be removed. Yes, she is. There's female agents making sure of this possibly. Somebody is. There's a few females that was there. So how is she gonna be removed from our channel? 10 of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. There's someone coming in to help me out with it looks like the ending again. Shit's about to end. Things are about to end. This individual ain't gonna have no access to me anymore, what it looks like. They're not. They will be forbidden from having any type of access to me ever again. Good. Ending cards coming up again. How's this ending? That's the snooping time. How's this? How's this ending? How's this ending? Yeah, this is about to end. It showed itself twice. She ain't gonna continue with this. Somebody got the truth from what this individual's doing. Wrote Ace of Swords. How's this ending? Oh, the Eight of Swords energy. Damn. King of Wands. The Hierophant reverse. Taurus energy. The end in reverse. King of Pentacles. High Priestess. Something with the X. Three of Swords energy. The Moon reverse. This is all exposed. Message of Earth. This is going to end with exposure of a lot of corruption. With the Hierophant reverse, I'm talking about extreme level corruption. Message of Air reverse. This is going to end with these individuals being found guilty of corruption, falsified information, Hierophant reverse slander, nothing but slander, Ace of Pentacles reverse, and the hermit reverse, they're gonna get caught for fraud. This is ending with these individuals being exposed or caught for fraud. Mhm. Yep. It's gonna end by these individuals, refusing to change and end out this cycle of corruption. What's my cards of advice for that? Look, justice, two of wands, revert. Look, be patient. Wheel of fortune, reverse. Try not to get stuck in this cycle. Look, the high priestess again. Ha, queen of swords. Hmm. Yeah, ignore this shit. With the judgment reverse, ignore this. Ignore. I'm getting the vibes of it. Ignore this. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ten of swords reverse. Ignore that. The star. The moon reverse. Ignore it because it's already exposed. Six of cups reverse. And yeah, throw. Basically, as I say, I don't need to stand up anymore. With the seven of wands reverse, it's all gotten exposed. It's all exposed. It's all exposed. Be patient. It's all exposed. I don't need to go around in a circle with this situation. Someone sees that I'm determined about having this. Stop. someone may see that as cute or something. There's a feminist somewhere there's fucking hiding somewhere. Keep on saying. These individuals don't want to quit. Well, I'm not gonna. Nope. It's telling me to not try not to go in circles with this. Don't even bother stand up and fighting this situation anymore. I've been on one. Be patient. It's gonna reverse anyways with the Wheel of Fortune reverse. It ain't going nowheres. They're the only ones caught up in the cycle with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and it ain't that there's no point wasting all energy, wasting energy on this. Fuck that. There's a feminist sitting there that thinks that's cute. And how like I'm in that persistent energy, as I say. Like, damn, he really ain't sitting there. I'm telling you. This individual knows whoever this is, they know they see that. They keep trying to bother me. I'm gonna keep on fighting. Somebody thinks my persistence is cute or something. I don't know. They like they see me, they see me standing up. I ain't gonna be done that way without some type of intervention. Somebody's get this individual away from me. They gonna get these individuals away from me. They gonna get these individuals away from me. I can hear my mama like my mama's energy. Hold your horses, son. Hold your horses. Mm. This takes a hell of a lot of patience, son. Like hold your horses. Mhm. They ain't no fucking horses to hold because they're all at the ranch somewhere that's clearly not in the vicinity of me. How the hell I'm gonna hold horses? Lady, you know what I'm saying? This the cards of advice. Accept the fact that it's been exposed, and the only thing left is these individuals going around in circles with themselves and exposing the fact that I was misjudged because of what they're being seen to be doing. We're trying to obstruct my fucking destiny with the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Someone knows, bro. I'm telling you, someone knows, someone knows, someone knows. This Queen of Swords likes me, whoever they are, they like me. Mhm. She finds my energy very enthusiastic. Good. Who's this Queen of Swords? Six of Swords reverse. Could be somebody that can't stop thinking about me. Uh, Clarify that. The end in reverse. Someone that's scared. Someone that's scared. Someone scared for being exposed for protecting me or something. Man, you ain't got shit to be scared of, lady. Whoever this is, lady. Hmm. You ain't got a damn thing to be scared of, lady. Mhm. How does sentimental feel whenever I say the word lady? Look, the card, you know what I'm saying? Look what card comes out. Ah, it's like they feel like I have some form of authority tone, like a dominant tone or something. Like ladies like that. It definitely catches their attention. Or they could be like, well, that's very manly of you to address someone like that, lady. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a very manly thing to say. How to address a feminine? You call them by lady. You call them a lady. I mean, that's what it is. You call them a lady. That's what they are. They're a lady. Lady. They definitely see that. It's like they see that as a respectful dominant trait with the emperor card. Well, damn, that's what the individual is. They're a lady, right? They're a feminine. That's what they are. Like, damn, lady. Yep. I don't know who this Queen of Swords is, though. I don't know who she is. It's telling me to not even fight this cycle because it ain't my cycle. This ain't my cycle to go round and round and round and round and round. Like, mm-mm. Fuck these individuals. Mhm. Who's this Queen of Swords? Somebody's got a hell of a lot of burdens. Somebody's like, you just determined they just find out. It's like, bro, someone finds that to be cute. Like, someone finds that to be cute because it's like a determined energy. Like they find that like, yep, that's true about the zodiac sign Scorpio. They want to know something. They're gonna get down to the bottom of it. They gonna stop till they get to the bottom of it. Mhm. Yep. Who's this Queen of Swords? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. Mm. But of course, that was cards of advice. But yet, she's coming through again. Who is she? Somebody to not worry about. Could be a Libra. She's someone that's supportive of me. Ah, uh huh. She's someone that's supportive of me. Mm, mm. She damn sure ain't toxic. You know what I'm saying? Look, with the double reverse, she damn sure ain't toxic. Good, good. Mm, good. Fuck you want me to do about it? Sit there and make something that is not the double reverse. Oh, mhm. This someone that has good energy about them. With the good, good. They could have some Scorpio in their chart. I don't know. Could be a Libra lady. You know what I'm saying? Mhm. Oh, so that's the individual that finds it cute for me to be in that energy. Yep. Hmm. Sure enough. I see you, Scorpio, man. Look, out there in that King of Cups, they see me. You know what I'm saying? Mhm. They can have blonde hair, lady. You know what I'm saying? They can have blonde hair. Good, good. Wavy hair, like a wave hair, like you know what I'm saying? They got hair that look like Roman noodles with the hair. Look. Look, they got here. Look, you know what I'm saying? Remind me of the Roman noodle. Like, I don't know. Like, just give me the vibe. Or maybe they may eat that or something. Like, they like Roman noodles or something. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Put some Creole seasoning on them. You know what? Like, instead of the packet that comes with them, put the Creole season on them. That way it can have the spice to them. Call them noodle hair. Nah, let me stop. Nah, it just this is something that's catchy right here. They could like Roman noodles though. Oh, it's like something very significant about angel hair. Oh, so they could like pasta or something. Angel hair? Because that's meant to make spaghetti with, bro, like pasta and stuff like that. Like angel hair is a noodle. That sounds fucking awkward as hell. It's called a noodle though, but it's angel hair. But anyways, let me go ahead and get the fuck off this live stream. Fire embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like I done ran like all kind of people off, scared the hell out of everybody. But anyways, look, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because this ain't the right energy to be in. You you got a demented individual that sits there and is obsessed that don't want to leave you alone. Yet you can sit there and read cards. I ain't. I'm not doing that. Y'all have a good day out there, collective. Thank y'all very much for the love and the support for the channel, for my genuine supporters out there, to the ones that support me with the donations and stuff like that is greatly appreciated. Y'all could try to send some. I do have a donations link in the description box below. But yeah, I just mainly wanted to read on my situation to see what was being done. I've been done for a long time. But yeah, it's like a lot of mixed energies. Like you got this weirdo sitting there, this feminine authority figure sitting there, like, when's he gonna get on this channel so she can sit there and do certain shit? These of them need to get out the head and leave me alone. Let me get the fuck out of the energy. He didn't leave me alone. Simple as that. And they mad because they got other people that like me. Good. What they expect? They can't get everybody to hate me. I care less, bro, if people hate it or not. I'm not there to be loved or liked or hated. I care less if it goes one way or another. They hate me or not. I do not care. I do not care. Simply do not care, bro. And it's like this individual is intimidated because well they got somebody else that likes him and all. Okay, they have every right to like whoever they want to like. If that's what they if they like me, then so what? This person, this I don't know if this individual is aware of this person that may like me, but they jealous of them, especially their looks. Even though the looks don't matter, they jealous because this individual look way better than them. They talk way better too. Like they actually know how to conversate without being a fucking manipulator. And they could be a pleaser too, like a people pleaser, but at the same time, they don't do that to gain the upper hand or manipulate. Like they actually like doing that. Mhm. And this individual don't like that because they like things, they like to manipulate people into doing shit for them. while sitting there taking advantage of people. That's why the sentiments don't like people, don't want the right one liking me, but she fell relentlessly at doing something. Because this individual likes me regardless of what the fuck this woman's trying to do. I have the right to be liked. Fuck. May not be support over here in this community where I'm at, but I'll tell you one damn thing. There's somebody somewhere out there, bro, that could this calls to be an authority figure. It don't have to be. Whoever this lady is that I just channeled a few minutes ago is someone that likes me. She's someone that likes me. That's good. I may just like the individual back. It depends though, but at the same time, apparently somebody out there likes me. There's a lady out there that likes me. She could be an entrepreneur herself with a star card. You know what I'm saying? She could be an entrepreneur herself, have her own thing going for herself. That's even better. And it's like somebody got the nerve to feel some kind of, oh, well, how come they like her? That's their God given right. Who the fuck are you? This son of a bitch is jealous. 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 Extremely jealous. Good. Nobody give a fuck about this son of a bitch being jealous. Good. Jealous because of scapegoat and ain't working up on the Scorpio, man, because I'm too good for that. Shine way too bright, bro. To let you bring my vibration down with that bullshit. I know who the hell I am, and it's not what people read on a piece of paper either. So, that's the way I look at it. You can't go based off what you fucking read through smear campaigns and stuff like that, fake pages, fabrication, manipulation through social media. You only get to know somebody from getting to know them personally, not through a fucking social media platform. Or through, oh, well, this is what I heard. I give a fuck less what you heard. It's about what do you know personally. That's where I'm gonna challenge them at. Okay, do you know somebody personally? Do you know me personally? Exactly. You don't know a fucking thing about me if you don't know me personally. You only know based off of the shit that you read. You be reading on. I'm telling you. And the shit that they fabricating and trying to swear up and down, oh, well, this is who they are. But yet, this is them that's doing that, that's exposing themselves because why they feel the need to manipulate something as if it's you that's doing it when in reality, it's them that's the fame of their own fucking piece of shit character. But yet, got a cloak in your energy to do it? What a coward. So, in reality, can they go based off what they read? Exactly. They're only reading a piece of shit that they really are. Shit, my character too polished from all the sandpaper that has been accumulated over time and all to polish me up, brother, shine bright. All the experience that I had throughout this time was similar to sandpaper that shine me up bright, bro. That polished me bright. I don't know if you want to call it a genie in the lamp, you know what I'm saying? Like a genie that just comes out the lamp, but at the same time, that's what it is, because apparently I know how to make magic happen without clapping the hands. I would say something else, but that's foul. I'm not gonna say that. Y'all probably already know where I was going with that. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna save that side for that's more so in a private personal level, you know what I'm saying? Scorpio got a bad side too. No, no, I do not. No, I do not. Mhm. Nope. A bad side. Do I have the word bad on the side or something? Like, what you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the situations that I've been through has polished me up to shine bright. It's like a genie in a lamp type of energy. I know how to make magic happen. And these individuals can swear up and down they're magicians, right? But yet, a magician is someone who casts illusions. Illusions are not real. As someone that can literally make it's hard to explain, man. Creating illusions are not reality. Mhm. If someone's angry and upset because someone sees me for who I am, they like me. This is someone that can't be brainwashed. Oh, well, he's this person and blah, blah. They don't give a fuck about that. Good, good. Just mad because a little bullshit campaign fell apart. They can't do shit about it. Sit there stealing currency yeah, you trying to make somebody look bad, but yet you taking money from them. Who the fuck are you? Yep, they ain't got nothing to say about that, do they? How dare they sit there and try to make you look like a bad person? Yet they sitting there trying to take your fucking money, trying to live their best life off of something that you got going on. But yeah, got the nerve to wreck your character and try to get you in trouble. What kind of bullshit that is? Some of it makes no sense, bro. And how dare they get mad whenever I check them on there too? They mad because they know I ain't gonna put up with that shit. How would they feel if somebody did that shit to them? How would this individual feel if somebody did that to them and shorted them of their paycheck, huh? Maybe somebody needs to do that shit to them to let them see how it fucking feels. See if that wouldn't irk her nerves. See if that wouldn't sit there and piss her off. Somebody shorted her paycheck. She wouldn't like it. She would not like it. See, how would she feel if somebody went to her office and oppressed her and sat there and kept her from having support over social media on her Facebook page? How would she like that? This female authority figure that keeps on relentlessly trying to do shit to me. How would she like that? How would you like it if somebody was on your Facebook page trying to oppress all your supporters and you had nothing but bot accounts that's on there, huh? How would you feel about it? You're not thinking about that. Maybe somebody ought to do that shit to you to see how you feel about it. While someone's sitting there shorting your paycheck all at the same time. You ain't getting the right amount of currency that you work for. I guarantee you would have a huge problem with it. You would throw a fucking fit. Yes, you would. And that's why you simply can't get mad and retaliate and be calling that out. Because what's being done to me is illegal. I have the right to earn the legitimate currency and to be donated the right amount without any type of interference to my currency. I have that right. I sit here and work for my shit. I may get on here and read cards, but ain't none of your fucking business what the fuck I be doing in my life. That's how I feel about it. Carry your ass. You don't like what I'm doing for my job, it ain't got nothing to do with you. And trying to sit there to manipulate things involving somebody I don't have contact with, that ain't gonna work either. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You ain't gonna forcefully manipulate your way in order to try to maintain as if you trying to manipulate to have supervision upon me or to have any type of involvement in my life. I don't want you nowhere around me, bro. I don't consent to your presence being anywhere around me, any form of contact or any form of search on my person with this female authority. I don't consent to this individual being anywhere around me. I don't want them nowheres around me. I forbid them under federal law jurisdiction and bind them under U.S. Supreme rulings. I don't want this female authority figure around me. She said carry her ass. I'm not taking it lightly at all. Me being short at currency. I don't like that, bro. Being lied on every day. Even though I'm not gonna get on here and complain about it every day because I'm not a complainer. Just when I had enough, bro, I had enough. I'm gonna bring it to people's awareness. I'm supposed to be in a nice brick home right now, a place of my own. It don't have to be anything fancy, but I'm supposed to be in a nice home. If this wouldn't have been being done to me for all this time, I would be in a nice home. These individuals are not going to obstruct my rightful currency that I'm supposed to be getting from genuine supporters on my fucking channel, bro. I'm gonna keep on letting the FBI know that this is pissing me off, bro, and upsetting me. What's being done to me on this platform? Some of me and D be doing their job the right way to accumulate evidence on that to prove where that's going, what's being done on my channel. I appreciate that. It's not those individuals, it's just irritating. Situations irritating. I don't want none of these individuals around my channel, bro. This guy's to go. This guy's to stop. But anyways, that's what I have for the reading for today. Y'all take it easy out there, collective. Thank y'all very much for the genuine support that I do have on here. But I'm gonna get all that back. I know I will. In Jesus' almighty name, under Psalm 58, Psalm 66, and Psalm 91, under God's law. God will bring down his wrath and come through the legal Bible of the law. That's the way I look at it. God's going to create transformations within these authority figures in order to get the rightful people protected again. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I have faith in that happening and manifesting right this minute as I speak Psalm 58 into existence. For the power, the ultimate power and authority of Jesus Christ to take control and to rebalance and bring my justice in. Peace.